Hey, my name is Bridget, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed or liked my channel, I'd appreciate if you went ahead and did that for me. It sure is an encouragement. And but today I wanted to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is makeup. I love cooking and I love makeup, not in that order. Sometimes, well, right now I love makeup more than cooking. Ask my husband. So I have really gotten into makeup in the last several years. I've watched so many makeup artists and tutorials, and it's just become a passion for me. So I am just going to go right into what this video is about, and it's about eyebrows. I've done several tutorials on my YouTube channel, but I think this is going to be my best one, and I'm going to tell. Sorry, dropped something. I'm going to tell you why. It's because I've had a lot of practice and I've watched all those videos. So without further ado, Mama Macer, this brow's for you. Recently I went to see my best friend. First tip, put your hair up. Any makeup. That's my first tip. I recently went and saw my best friend, and her mom was there. I call her Mama Macer, and she has the same problem that I do, which is we're missing some eyebrows. I overplucked. I don't know what anyone else's problem is, but for me, I overplucked. So that's it. I had some tattooed eyebrows for a while. You might be able to see the outline of them left, and I actually kind of use that as a guide now. But so I got my hair up. I do have skincare on right here, the lower half of my face, and up here. But as a rule, do not put skincare on your eyebrows because you won't be able to do them. I've tried every which way, and truly for me, this is the best way. Just don't put skincare on your eyebrows or anywhere near it, or it's just going to be a slick mess. Side note, so many makeup artists use this stuff. It's called Embryolisse. It has so many functions: moisturizing cream, makeup base, moisturizing mask, makeup remover milk. It has aloe vera and shea butter, and it's used as a moisturizer also. I have that on as my moisturizing cream, and nothing else. And I use Saint makeup, and that's what after my eyebrows, I'm just going to continue on with a little bit of makeup, and it works great under Saint. And sometimes if you use Saint makeup, sometimes it's it's tricky for any cream-based makeup. Without further ado, the eyebrows. Okay, this is also the first time I've used front-facing camera, so work with me here. All right, I have come up with a foolproof two-tone system. Now I have misplaced, where did it go? Oh my gosh. I've come up with a foolproof two-tone system. My first pen that I use is Anastasia Beverly Hills, the micro stroke pen in soft brown. I'm going to try to get close. If you see the tip of this, it makes the finest strokes on your eyebrow, and you're going to see. Here it is. Sorry. So I go in with this, and then I had to go to Ulta today because I gave my other tube of this brow wax to Mama Macer. I have it in the shade 3. I gave her the shade 3. Ulta did not have 3 today, so now I'm using 3.5, which is neutral medium brown. I think it'll work. But so the key is a two-tone system. Just like your skin isn't one color, I think eyebrows and your hair is multi-dimensional. I think your eyebrows work that way too. So I've been told my eyebrows look really good when I do them. And sometimes I even use 3 colors, but today we'll use 2. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this mirror as the mirror that I use. So there we go. I'm going to start with my left eye first. I always start with that eye. I don't know why, but I do. And for when I first started, I drew the line here. And Mama Mesa, you can do that too with your, let's just go ahead and do that. First, if you have a pen like this, draw on your hand, make sure it's working good. Sometimes they get dried out. Mama Mesa, you have one that has 2 prongs. I believe it's L'Oreal. Same thing, draw on your hand, make sure it's working well. And now you're going to go in and make a little line. Very light-handed. And when you get to your starting point of your eyebrow is going to be at the begin. Put your pencil at the edge of your nose and just go all the way up. And that's your starting point. I drew a little dot there, a little line. So that's my starting point. Very lightly. Your arch is going to be your pupil. So that's my arch. Now I'm going to start coming down. This is the tail, or the ice cream cone. Your eyebrows are going to be different than mine. My eyebrows go sideways. I like to tame them up with that Precisely My Brow Wax. So where I don't have eyebrows, I'm going to draw up a little bit and then start going slanted. You'll see. So I'm just going to start drawing those lines. Also, when you draw lines, make sure, or your individual eyebrow strokes, make sure you don't go back over your eyebrow strokes, because then it just gets muddied and you mess up the eyebrow strokes. I've done it 100 times and had to start over. Do you see that? And you can go as high as you want. You want big eyebrows? Go big. I don't like big eyebrows. Okay. I'm going to get a Q-tip. One moment. All right. I'm going to try to erase that line a little bit that I drew. All right. Isn't that amazing? Just those little lines from that to that. Huge difference, right? Now you're just going to see the magic work even more. I'm going to fill in my brow with little strokes. Again, this is 3.5. Or no, I'm sorry. This is Anastasia Soft Brown. I used to use a taupe color, thinking, because they say taupe is universal and it works with everyone. I don't think it does. Wow, right? Now, you don't want to go too dark on the inner brows, because then that's when you get the Groucho effect. So I'm going to stop there. And the cap is in my hand. All right. Now, this is the first time I've opened this. has this wand here. It's arched, has a slight arch to it, bigger on one side than it is on the other. I like to use this larger side, and it grabs the eyebrows and pulls them up. It almost kind of puffs them up as well, makes them look fuller than they are. I think that's the wax in there. Also be careful if you have little baby hairs above your eyebrow, it will get those as well and highlight them. The good thing is when it dries, excuse me, you can get a Q-tip and get those baby hairs. So, bonus, right? All right. So I'm going to go in with this. And remember, I don't have eyebrows there, so I'm not going to start there. I'm going to start very lightly, again, soft touch, and draw up and out, not completely up, maybe at the beginning. Up. Here, let me go the other way, sorry. Yeah. Up and out. I like this Benefit wax because it's not super waxy, but it does hold. I don't like I just don't want it to look, really waxy. So look at that. Look at that difference. It's amazing, isn't it? Let me sit upright. Wow, right? Amazing. All right, I'm gonna go do the the right one. Remember, eyebrows aren't twins, they're sisters. They don't have to look alike. I do try to get it to look as close to the left as I can, but remember, the left one always works better than the right one for some reason. So here we go. Make sure I'm in the camera here. Light, light, light hand. Also, I think it's important to note my eyebrows are not the same color as this pen. I think that's okay. As long as it's a close match. That's just my opinion. Okay, then I'll do the wax. There you go. This one did highlight some baby hairs that I have up there, and I'll pluck them later. So, so this is a little bit darker than I normally go, but that's again, that this brow wax, I usually get 3, which Mama Macer has. This was 3.5, so it's okay. I think this will still go great with my hair color. In fact, let's take my hair down before I do my makeup and just see, does it look natural or not? You know, what looks natural to you? I think that looks pretty natural. So now we'll do makeup. So you can stick around if you want. if you want to see the rest of my makeup, I'll try to go fast. If not, that brow is for you. I think that's clever and catchy. I did make me a cup of coffee before I started this video, so if you haven't tried Chobani Vanilla coffee creamer, it really is the best. We've gone through so many coffee creamers. That's the best. Okay, I have my Embryolisse moisturizer on. I'm gonna spray a little Milani Make It Last. Just a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna be reaching. This is the first one until I get used to things. I'm gonna do a look. I do my makeup different all the time. Really, all the time. But today I'm gonna do a little bit of L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. Little bit. That much. Excuse me. And it's only, maybe we'll see how far this goes. Starting at my nose, going out. I've been blessed with large pores and adult acne. Again, I'm 52 and I still break out. Right there, had one right there, had one on my nose. Really now I only break out if I'm sick, like if I have a sinus infection or something. But when I was in my 20s and 30s, I had terrible acne, cystic acne. I was on Accutane 3 times. So I know about acne scars and stuff like that. So if you're going through that, you know, I'm sorry, it gets better. I'll pray for you. I understand your frustration and it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So I have that on and now I'm gonna get my Saint palette. Sorry, let me duck out. And I'm going to use a couple brushes. This is my Saint brush. This is my Saint palette. I don't always use Saint makeup, but today I'm going to use a little bit. All right. I have Saint makeup is just a 3-dimensional cream system. There's lots on the market, but I started Saint about 3 or 4 years ago, and I won't ever go without it. I've tried NARS. I've tried so many different other foundations, and this truly is the best that I've used. It just is. It works for me. And I'm a big fan of do what works for you. This works for me. Always has since the day I started it. I love it. On my eyes and around my eyes, I use this color called, I think it's either White Peach or Palace. I always get it wrong. They do have the like paint by number system. I don't use that. I learned from another makeup artist that, you know, do what works for you. So this works for me. This works for people with dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, young skin, old skin. Doesn't matter. It just works. Okay. Here we go. Nice base there. Got the Lumi Glotion underneath, giving me some glow. Now, I'll go with my bronzer brush. I think this is bronzer brush. At the end is a blush brush, sorry. And here's some bronzer I have is Bella bronzer, and that's a Xanadu that has like a kind of a shimmery color. I just kind of pounce in between there and go where the sun would naturally kiss me, very lightly. Put some on my forehead. You see, I didn't really do much to my forehead, but I'll go back in with this and soften things up as I need to. That's the beauty of cream blush, really, or cream makeup. You go back in and fix things, or whatever. Okay, this is looking good to me. Now that I'm older, I really have never had baggage under my eyes or anything. Obviously I'm getting the crow's feet right here, right here, some wrinkles underneath, but it hasn't been too bad. What I am experiencing are these like discoloration, not divots, but it's like this, it's like a purplish, bluish color. Well, I can either use this color blush, which is I think called Frenchie, or what I really like is this, it's called Sigma eyeshadow primer. Works great for eyeshadow primer, also for eyeshadow. But I found just doing that and then tapping it with my finger really lightly hides those colors. It's brilliant. Nice, right? I'll go in with some eyeshadow primer so you can see. Doesn't take much. See that? And it hides any discoloration in your eyes too. You can take a blush or a brush, sorry, and do it, or just use your finger. Sometimes your hands are your best tools. Gently though. Sometimes I have to remind myself to go gently on my eyes. That's all I'm going to do for my eyes right now. As with any cream system, you will be able to tell if you've added too much because it will be extremely sticky and tacky. It just will. And if it is, you can go in and correct it with your sponge. It just takes some off. Works really well. But I like this coverage that I have. I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush. It's Moon Slice Beauty. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I love this blush so much. It's called Cutie Pie. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. And I just load the brush up. And you know, there's so many tutorials. Go high, go low, go on the apples. You know, figure out what works for you and do that. There's 1,000 ways to do things. I use that blush and go around this area and then go with another brush and soften the edges so it doesn't look so harsh. If I have to take some away because I'm too heavy-handed, which happens a lot, then I do that too. And you know, with blush, you really don't want to go in this area. Sometimes I do. So I go in with this white peach or Palace, whatever color it is. And lighten that up just a little bit. And if you are using a light hand to begin with, then that's no big deal. Okay. One of my last steps for a little bit more bronze color. This is one of my favorite products that I've used. Can you guys see Izzy? This is my dog, Izzy. Izzy. She listens really well. Makeup by Mario. Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector, light medium. I also got this in a Ipsy box. This is the most amazing stuff. I go in with a medium size brush without a hair on it. Tap it off and very carefully and lightly go back over that area, around my nose, maybe on my eyes a little bit. Again, sorry, you have to be careful not to overdo it with that stuff because it will cover up whatever blush you've used. Go down my neck. It's nice. Maybe I went a little too heavy on the blush. I don't know. Really, I can't really tell sometimes until I go out in natural light and then I fix things. All right, one of my I'm not going to do mascara or anything today, but one of my last favorite products. I've had two colors. I've had a lavender color and now I have rose quartz. This Fenty Beauty Bright Powder. So many out there. I have a L'Oreal Infallible. This is a blurring brightening powder. This is in like a pink color. This works too. This works the best. I've seen it, I've used it, and it works the best for me. This is what's left of my lavender color. I've used it to where it was just on the outside of the compact, and then it shattered, and I just put it in this thing, and I've been using it since. But I got the rose color, so we're gonna do that. I don't go everywhere. I go in my T-zone very lightly around my eyes, and you'll see how it brightens. I don't use the compact. I use a brush. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Probably if I did use a compact, it might blur even more. You see, I'm not going right under my eyes. It's going around. And then my beard area. Hope I'm in the camera. With my brush, I will kind of tap. Isn't that pretty? So you want this kind of dewy and glowy. You don't want your T-zone glowy. I love that so much. And then I'll do my lips as well. Sorry, while I get my A lip color. I'll do this. I have two lip liners that I really like. One is MAC Boldly Bare, and the other is Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. Maybe I'll use both of them. Where's my other mirror that I just used? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Blur that out a little bit. I don't always use lip liner, truthfully. And I don't always overline. But today I am. When I put my lipstick on, I'm going to go back over it with the MAC. Because I can promise you, my lips aren't that big. Is that too big? And then, a little bit of gloss over it. Just a little bit. Take my Okay. I hope this wasn't too long of a video. I hope it gave you some insight into how I do my eyebrows. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you'd like me to color match you for Saint Makeup, I'll put the link below as well. And Mama Macer, that brow was just for you. Oh, hold on. Not done. Now,